Welcome, Scorpio, to your weekly reading. This is for the 28th of April to the 5th of May. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Scorpio, I'm going to start off by looking at the area you should focus on. We will then look at your possible challenges, if any. Thirdly, we will look at messages and advice from Spirit. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Scorpio, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here with 8 of Cups, and we're looking at the area that you should focus on, and I am just going to get your clarifier. So we want to see now what 8 of Cups is for Scorpio, please. The Chariot. Now, Scorpio, what we are seeing here is that this week you might make a decision to leave something behind. This could be a situation or circumstance or a relationship, but I feel like you have given it a lot of time and consideration. This is not a spontaneous overnight decision. So obviously something with regards to whatever this is has not been working for you, and I feel that you have given it all you can, and now this week you come to the conclusion, I've got to walk away. It's going to be for my best and highest good to get out of this situation. Scorpio, this could be that you're working in a very toxic environment and you have done everything in your power to make it work. You've tried to get on with your colleagues. You've tried to connect with your boss. You've asked for a transfer and nothing has worked. And now you've reached the point where you cannot be in this environment any longer. So it's time to move upward and onward. This could be in a particular relationship you have, Scorpio. Perhaps you have one particular friend that every time you're with this friend, you come home feeling completely depressed and sad. It's the way they speak to you. It's the way they judge you. There's always sarcasm and there's always an attempt to bring you down in some way. And you've done whatever you can to get this friendship back on track. Nothing has worked. And now, this week, we see that it's time for you to move on. Now, the wonderful confirmation we see here for you, Scorpio, is the Chariot. The Chariot tells us that by moving on, you, my dear Scorpios, are going to open up an incredible doorway for yourself. The Chariot is a fast-moving card. It's a card of victory. It's a card of success. So it tells us, whatever you have decided to leave behind, you're right. There is something bigger, better, and more suited for you waiting as soon as you make this move forward. So, my dear Scorpios, if you decide to leave that toxic job with the Chariot here, it will not take long before you find the most perfect job where you feel as though you belong, where you connect to your boss and your colleagues. If you leave that friend behind, you are not going to be without friends, not with the Chariot here. It will not be long, my dear Scorpios, where you will either meet new friends or get closer to the friends you already have. You will not feel the energy of lack in any way. So this is what you focus on this week. Now let us see what the Hanged Man is all about that is sitting in your possible challenges. So we want to see now what the Hanged Man is for Scorpio, please. The Queen of Swords. Now, Scorpio, this message is not going to relate to everybody. But what I am seeing here is that there might be somebody in your environment who is coming through as Queen of Swords. This could be a masculine or feminine. It's the energy of Queen of Swords I am speaking about. And this is somebody you know, Scorpio. This could be your significant other, a close friend, a family member, a colleague, somebody who's been in your life for some time. Now there is a possibility that Queen of Swords could come in and instill doubt and insecurity in you this week. And this could very well have to do with our Eight of Cups and Chariot energy moving onward and upward from this particular situation. This could be somebody who would come in with the energy of Scorpio. Are you sure you're doing the right thing? Even though you're very unhappy in your job, you know it's not easy to find another job. If I was you, I would just stick where I am, even though you're very miserable. Scorpio, I know that friend can be really harsh and judgmental, but you've known them a long time. If I was you, I would just ignore it and remain friends with them. They're going to just instill this questioning behavior that it might make you second guess your move forward. However, my dear Scorpios, with the Chariot here, it is confirmed that this move forward is going to be so good for you, that where you're moving on to is going to fill you up from a very deep perspective, meeting good quality people, being deeply satisfied with the work you're doing. So this week, just be aware if there is somebody in your life who is overly cautious, who doesn't like change and movement, they might come and project onto you. So this week, just be aware of that and make your decision. And remember, my dear Scorpios, whatever you decide will be the right decision for you. Now let us see what Seven of Pentacles is that is sitting in messages and advice from Spirit. So we want to see now what Seven of Pentacles is for Scorpio, please. The Page of Cups. Scorpio, Spirit wants you to know that this week you are going to be hearing very good news with regards to whatever this is. And the good news is where you are moving on to. So it could be anything, my dear Scorpios. If you are incredibly unhappy where you're living, someone could come through this week and say, Scorpio, there's an apartment going in my building. It's exactly what you're looking for in your price range. I'm going to send you an application, fill it out, and I'm going to let the owners know that you're a perfect candidate for this apartment. This could be, my dear Scorpios, that you meet somebody new in your yoga class. Just as a friend, you start chatting to them, you have a good laugh, and you make plans to meet up for lunch the following day. And it will just show you that there are good people out there, that you don't need to sit in a toxic friendship that makes you feel so bad about yourself. Especially when you meet with this new friend, you can see that there are people who accept you and appreciate you just as you are. Spirit is confirming that you might want to take some time before you make a decision, but not to let Queen of Swords' energy hold you back and instill their fear and their insecurity onto you so that you don't experience what the Chariot is representing for you. So Scorpio, look out for this good news. It can come through from somebody else. You could see something advertised. You could read something. Somebody could come in and offer you something. Be alert, my dear Scorpios, because once this comes in, this is your sign to move forward into our Chariot energy. Right, now let us move on and see what Three of Wands is all about. That is sitting in the possible outcome of the week. So we just want to see now what Three of Wands is for Scorpio, please. The Sun. What a wonderful ending to the week. Scorpio, Three of Wands tells me that by the end of the week you have already decided to move on. And for many of my Scorpios, you have left whatever this was behind and you're looking forward now to your new chapter, to your ships coming in. What I'm seeing here is that you are already involved in what the Chariot represents to you. You organizing, you planning, you doing, you going, you getting out there. You're an active participant in making this a reality. So if this is now deciding to leave your job, Scorpio, Three of Wands tells me that by the end of the week, you've already sent your resume and CV out, and you might already have 3 viable responses coming through, asking you to come through for an interview. If this is deciding to move out of a home you're not happy in, Three of Wands tells me that by the end of the week, there is a possibility you've already seen at least 3 homes that could work for you. The Sun is the most wonderful confirmation, because the Sun tells us that whatever this Chariot move is for you is going to bring in, my dear Scorpios, untold happiness. You're going to feel joy from a very deep soul level. And once we feel joy from that level, my dear Scorpios, we have this vibration about us of anything and everything is possible. We step into the energy of flow and serendipity. So as one thing goes right in your life, it opens the door for many other wonderful things to happen. Right, let's go ahead now and get a message from your angels for the week. So we want to see now what Scorpio's angels would like to share with them, please. Ask your angels. Scorpio, your angels are coming through, and they're just letting you know that they are here for you. That if you go into any kind of situation where you feel doubt, unsure of your direction, a little bit fearful and insecure, just call on your angels for guidance, love and protection. As soon as you do that, they're able to come in and send through signs and messages that you, my dear Scorpios, are on your way to the Sun energy. This looks like it's going to be a wonderful week for you. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.